Hey everyone, this is Kaishif and today we are going to be looking at TNT and a really cool thing that happens when you set off TNT by yourself. So when TNT is set off by the player and it kills stuff, it actually counts as player kill. So right now if I blow up this piece of TNT, you can see that the mobs actually drop stuff according to their loot table. And it's not only their ordinary loot table, it's actually their looting loot table. So with looting 3, so you can get a bunch more items than you would normally get from killing them. And yeah, so why do you use this? You can kill cave spiders, which tend to poison you. They're really nasty to farm. Creepers, which tend to blow up if you go close to them. And what I actually designed this thing for magma cubes, which just keep bouncing around, so it becomes really tricky to hit them with the sword. And yeah. And another place where you can use it are the Nemba mob farms, where you've got mobs being shot out and dropping onto a platform down below. This obviously doesn't give you a looting effect, and because you're actually standing very, very high up to despawn all the mobs. So instead, if you dropped a piece of TNT which has been activated by you downstairs, it's going to just set off everything and you'd get a bunch more items. So basically what we've got to do is we've got to place a piece of TNT by the player, because you can't use it using dispensers, and then you have to set it off. So there are a few ways to set it off. You've already seen flint and steel, but you can also use a flaming arrow, not a spectral arrow. But this requires a lot of pistons, and yeah, that's a bit nasty to get. But what's really easy to get are fire charges. Now fire charges can be got from piglin bartering, and more importantly, once you use a fire charge, it clears up an inventory slot, meaning you can put some more TNT in that slot, which is what we use later on. So simply put, we have to place the TNT, give the player a fire charge, and set the fire charge off. The next important thing are liquids. So one thing you don't want to happen is you don't want the blocks around your build blowing up. So instead, if you have the TNT in a liquid, it doesn't blow up any blocks, but it does affect entities, which is exactly what we use here. Lava can also be used in the nether, but it does act as a bit of a light source. Alright, so here's the small contraption that I came up with to automate this. So we can just stand over here, place the TNT and the fire charge. That gets pushed over into this water stream where it blows up and kills everything. So what we have got here is a very simple hopper clock, which has a lever on that side. We've got some items in it, and we've got a pulse extender coming out of the observer over there to this pulse extender here. The reason it's this fast is just because I needed to show it. And we've got a torch over there which de-extends the piston, a wall which centers the TNT, and the dropper with the TNT. So yeah, this guy's got the fire charges. You can see the wall on the other side which centers the TNT so that it can actually fit into the tube. And we've got water down below to stop things from blowing up. Yeah, and it can still actually damage all the mobs because it's partially open. So if let's actually test this thing out. Alright, setting mode to survival and set this farm off. I get a couple of duds, so just throw that out. And right now I'm just having my right mouse button pressed down. And okay, that didn't work because you do have to make sure you've got the first inventory slot selected. Let's try that again. So you can see, really simply, TNT is placed, and yeah, it's also set off by the player. This won't work if you've got a dispenser with the flint and steel, because that would be counted as an automatic activation, and dispensers can't place normal TNT down. An important thing here is that you do have to have the drop chute slightly further off, because over here you're just blowing yourself up continuously. And yeah, you can have this drop chute anywhere between 1 block to 80 blocks away, because 80 blocks later the TNT will explode. And yeah, so anyways guys, thanks for watching. This means Kaishif and I'm out. So anyways guys, ciao for now. See you later.